for those actually being locked down, which they are not even their own, in their own hometown. Like for example, some of you guys are actually students and you have to still go to class, online classes, and still being far apart from your parents. Maybe even some of your parents got infected by COVID-19, like mine also suspected. We all pray for you guys, and I do understand how it feels. But before that, put all your stress aside, put all your study on hold for a moment, because enjoy yourself a little bit. Just spoil yourself a little bit with the last couple of days of PMPL, which is gonna start very soon for our first official match. We just got a queue. Here we go. Big Candy all over again.
And of course, a game, but this time a different kind of, opposite kind of flight path, I'd say. A little bit to the side of Cosmodrome, down to the side of Milna, and now the teams will come out here. Will they switch their drop points? But normally, well, how we've seen trends is that teams don't really switch up their drop points, although we have a remake and they know, aha, we're gonna see like the same team here. But normally, how we have seen is that teams will just repeat and do whatever they have planned. Like they will still stick to the plan, and just look at this. This flight path is going to be interesting because it just cuts in the middle across the map. So guessing the circle.
My God.
Oh yeah! There you go. Noble Mesto, final circle. Maybe. Come on, give it to me, baby. Give it to me.
This is beyond horrifying because it's more land, more water than land at this point. 60% of water, 40% of land on land, and it's obviously going to be double maester. It must be double maester at the last final circle there. So everybody will rush themselves. Avi and Axis, yep, they are right smack in the middle, but can they hold on to their grounds there?
Can they or not? Oh, but check this out. Looks like Resurgence as well as ESG. They're the same compound. Voki managed to get the first blood for his team. And now without any rest, he may want to make a siege there. Ibro been knocked down. Sent back to the lobby. Unfortunately, 3 versus 1. Voki goes in. Voki gets a knockdown right now. Small one from the far range spray. Managed to knock down Super Line. But then again, Bravo finishes off Voki. Now Small Boy without any vest tries to go for the siege there. Tries to get the revenge on because Y2K is nowhere to be seen. Now Y2K is really far away, but Small Boy is just behind this container. Bravo has time to actually bring up a little bit. Small Boy is not in trouble, being knocked down right now without any vest. Sent back to the lobby, and RSG just falling apart. Y2K being the sole survivor for his team.
Abby is a tough spot to play with two teams trying to get their hands on the loot, which obviously Y2K and the rest of Resurgence are quite late getting themselves into there. Luckily enough, ESG still managed to squeeze in the last minute. You can see how they are trying to snatch that place out of each other's hand, and Y2K will have to play very quietly and safely, because we do know, yeah, they kind of almost confirmed at the top 16 there, but there are teams that are going aggressive. We're talking about Tonghua Esport yesterday's performance. They're not playing today. Same goes for Team Secret, for those actually asking. And yep, I'm gonna answer some of questions here. There are teams that playing as three people already consented by the higher ups. Don't worry, as long as they still have three people left, they still can play unless they have themselves a sub. But for the rest of a team that not in the circle, a long way to go. But we're still talking about the first phase of the game, so it's okay for them to take a little bit of their health and tanking in the blue. Unless it's third circle onward or even the fourth, it won't be as forgiving.
This kind of circle, I don't expect much gatekeeping at the bridges. So I think everyone, even if they're at the edge of the bridge, of any of those bridges, they will want to move into the circle quickly because there's just so little land here, about 50% of land. So it's as good as a military base really in Erangel map. So getting to the circle as early as possible is great. Axis MPX is in prime position so far. Now they just need to pray to the circle god. Will it favor them or not? FV Unbeatable at the same time is in the circle. Last Survivor had 2 team members in, and Steel Hearts as well, the same. The rest of them will need to make their way in the circle. Bosco, not too far away, but Team No Recall. So far, it's the furthest one. Main bump into a couple of other teams that are on the way, but I think that if the teams do think the same, that getting in the circle early is good, Team No Recall may have a good passageway as well.
And the thing about this game is that everybody turned into very religious. Yeah, keep on spray and play and pray. Look at that. play, spray. Can you?
Splay, splay, and splay and
It's
splay
so
and pray.
tongue twisting. Pray, play, and pray.
There you go.
Play, split,
Play
play, and then well, wait for it. I hit a motorbike just now. We're hovering around team none other than, if I'm not mistaken, this is Evo's VIP here, but they got themselves quite a number of vehicles. Spray, play, pray.
spray and play. Oh my god! Now I'm getting it wrong. Spray and pray. Pray, spray and pray. Ah, yeah. There you go. Oh my
Now I'm
goodness! I've been
praying.
infected by the choo choo. Oh my god! Choo choo's
Okay, back to
infecting us all.
York is infecting us all, but back to the game. Lassie Chong already emerged out of the northern side of the circle. We're looking at Bapa Ah, who's really on the southern side. Same goes for Dingos. These teams will probably the last one to go into the circle as soon as they can. But um, okay, we're gonna play a little bit of banter of inside or outside of the circle. This time is better.
Inside. Just because the amount of land is little, so I'd say it's as good as getting yourself secure inside the circle.
Okay then, but thing is, I'm not sure. I have to agree for this time it's better to play inside because it depends on how much team. For me personally, for to play inside of outside the circle, it depends on how many teams actually inside of a circle. But the thing is, the player have no clue how many teams inside of the circle, so it's kind of a little bit of gambling to make sure that you choose which one is better. If there's less team in the circle, it's better to play inside of circle. If most team will be outside of the circle is oh, sorry, it's a reverse. Now I'm tongue twisted and brain twisted myself. But never mind, that pre-fire is already opened up for Kuza. He will be clipped a little bit. Drax already taken out on Steelheart's way to on across the other side of the map there. Evo's so forced to take a fortress to defend on, especially Putra. And now we are looking over the fight between Evo's VIP and Last Survivor. Maybe Impunity and V will join in as well.
And now looks like Impurity is passing by. The shots do go out on their side, but look, but they are just passing it by for now. Yudu Gang, on the other hand, they have Steel Hearts on their side. Manparang and Fredo, they are just hanging on to this bike here, trying to go on the other side where Drax is joining up with Drax now. But it looks like Steelheart Wedo is bleeding out at this point. His teammate seems to be quite far away from him, and looks like it's going to be almost impossible for them to help him out. And now Impunity, they have FV in front of them. Good Jelly popping up the grenade on the side of Kid. And now will it land nicely? Nope, will not hit Kid, but they get the shots. Do spray out. Good Jelly managed to get a knockdown onto Kid. That is good play indeed, because the other team members of FV, they are far away. The Kid is not in a good position.
Oh, it's burning!
No!
He's been barbecued. There's no helmet on Vax. That was really a smoking hot firing moment. Geek tried to get on Evo's VIP. Now we're down to 3 teams going at a war. Impunity going for FV as well. You do gang still odds. Wadu will be cleaned up there. Geek managed to get one on VIP Putra. Things are not looking great at all in terms of Evo's VIP, but Rectify last tick of health, still being knocked down, shredded most of his vest. That Good Jelly will try to reposition himself. Hopefully he got his smokes on because he can revive his friend if he does. 9 is still waiting for the call to give the shots there.
Nine now have eyes on the side of Vex, but again, looks like a little bit of lockdown here. Oh, Guru Jelly's been spotted by Nine, and now Guru Jelly managed to hide himself behind, but not sure if we can save Rectify. It's going to be tough there. Oh, Nine here taking a couple of shots there by Jaeger from the other side. Nice flanking by Jaeger, but not able to finish the job. Oh my goodness! Whatever angle, Nine is all covered. That is a good tactical play by the side of Impunity. And now Grim looks like he will make the move for it. While on the other side of the map, we do see here EVOS VIP will fight out with Geek Fam for this compound. Both of these teams, they are still in the circle, so it's okay that they can respect each other. But how long are they going to do that? These neighbors hold a grudge between each side.
Too many grudges, if you ask me. Just now, we're looking at FV. Got most of the teammate down. Gig fam, he just have to go into the same compound. Yeah, Impunity squeeze themselves from the higher ground. Maybe we'll be hovering around Gig fam and Evos. If Evos and Gig fam expose themselves with the pre-fights way too early, with the preemptive shots, then it will be a problem for both of this team because why impunity will take up into this fray as well and join in as a third party, taking the mess and just clean everybody out.
And now looks like damn rude here. He will keep an eye on the side of Evo's VIP, but no big moves so far. All teams locked down into the same compound. Heiko just outside, but is that impunity? Will they butt in there? But looks like not. They're a little bit far from this compound, so it's still okay for these two teams. They are still locked down, but Kuza have a little bit more tactical eyesight from the rooftop. So if Geek Fan makes any move, he does have the high ground that he can shoot from and possibly get those headshots easier than Geek Fan can do. Now, just looking at the team stats, every team still has
Oh,
a representative for their side.
oh, wait for it. Bapa I managed to get down on Dingles just now. They're rushing in all of a sudden out of nowhere. Axis and PX try to hold their ground, staying out of this wall as we speak. But already tosses his smoke because he knows there's another team on the left side here. Dingles try to revive as soon as possible. Can they make it on time? Because we do know Bapa is one of the team that never back down and turn their backs in any fight at all. Six with a micro Uzi already charging out here, waiting, reloading, preparing themselves to take a huge wall coming up very, very soon. And Axis, will they bot in the last minute?
Oh, it's gonna be tough here though. Axis could do that. He could sit out and let Dingoes as well as Bapa fight out first and they can do the third party in because they are across the road. So they have a little bit more gap as compared to the other teams. But it looks like Dingoes, they will press the eject button here and they will get away from the fight. Probably because they know the Axis is around. So it's not worth getting the fight. But oh, it looks like Maisel taking a couple of shots there. Half-Life now onto the side of Maisel. And now Bapa are still hanging on to this compound. Now they need to deal with Axis on the other side. Oh, but there take a couple of shots now with and only a level 1 vest and it's clipped on by half. They will still need to hang on to this location. Any move that they can make, Axis may spot them out and may take them out from afar.
And will it be enough there? At the same time, we're currently looking at Baba try to reset themselves again. Dingo's already dead, and they are retreat for the moment. They know there's too much for them to handle that one now. It was a nice, great call coming out. It's not that every fight you have to take up upon, you know. You have to know when exactly the right timing to take up the fight. And they know phase two is still too early. In case they are thinking realistic, yeah, they're being realistic. In case they got wiped out, it will be really tough for them to climb back up the stairs. Same goes for X's and PX. They don't want to engage way too early head on because they have been waiting there forever. We do know that they are playing more safe because they are actually at the bottom 16 of overall last for the if you can just recall it for the overall standings. Geek fam still going at a stalemate against Evo's VP for the longest time we've seen.
Yeah, these two teams really aren't moving. Plus, the circle is really just going to help this stalemate, really, because all these teams they are just locked down with each other. No one making a move at all. And if I look at this correctly, it looks like EVOS VIP they are down by one man though. So numbers against Geek Fam definitely not the right thing to do. Geek Fam on the other hand, maybe they don't know how many is on the other side. So not making a move as well is quite smart. Geek Fam and EVOS VIP, I'd say these two teams our teams who could use a couple more points just to be really, really safe into the top 16. So that's why they are playing that really safely. And now we're coming back to Bapa R, Axis, MPX. Bapa are a team that pretty much has already qualified, but Axis and MPX need those points on the board. Two different kind of mentality here that we're talking about. Who will make the first move?
We've seen never good result coming out for those actually making a first move. Sometimes they did, most of the time they don't because the moment they step on the wrong foot there, they are giving a lot of spaces for the opponent to take down on them. We look at yesterday's game, the 2 days before. Every single time they make a move first, they got taken up by surprise that they are not expecting how the formation of whatever team they're facing upon. But the Ingles, there, interesting hideout for them, having a tower to look out to as well. Well, we're looking at Axis slowly try to look around Baba bot from the back here. We're looking at Vicinity just around the corner too, but they kind of fan out and segregated for the time being. It won't be on time if they one of them being that we do know Axis. They are playing like this. You take one out, and if we see that none of the team is coming in very soon, they will rush in straight on. And like I said, like it or not, double mesa will be 100% around there. There's not much land going on for the first circle. Same goes here, still a 50-50 for land and water, but a bit more land this time. Maybe the last circle will be on top of the mesa or the shorelines, but I don't think it will be in the sea. Please note, I they cannot be possibility of that last circle to be in the sea, right?
Well, I have seen though, but not in like a tournament match, like in a casual game. I have seen a circle in the water, so I won't rule out the possibility there. So anything can really happen. But this circle is just not helping EVOS VIP as well as Geek Fam. Again, they will be waiting out till the next circle. It seems. Papa looks like although they're winning the circle, they are making their move next. Axis and PX still hanging on to this location. They cannot take big risks at this point because there are still 15 teams left. So it's all on the other teams. But Yudu Gang looks like they are replacing Papa in this location. Either way, it's just not looking good for Axis and PX if they want to make a move now. Yudu Gang parking their cars in that compound while Fredo and Mamparan goes out and scout. And Grim looks like he's taking a dip in the very cold water. Now, looks like Grim is still hanging on. He is the last team member for his team though, so positioning point is going to be really important for FV. Unbeatable right here. They definitely need those points. FV, one of those teams who are desperately need of points. So to lose 3 team members early on is not good for them.
Yeah, that's why he's been dipping himself in the water because we do know he's like trying to find himself a great hideout, just making sure he actually places himself at top 10, at least top 10. Or it will be better if he can get himself at top 5. But back to Bosque Way here, we're looking around this corner of the circle, which ESG will actually try to rush in into this territory. But Pemburu got down first. He was straight in the direct visualization of Brother, straight on top of that crosshair too. Look at that. He managed to just sprayed away without missing. It was a really clear shot coming out from Bosque Way just now. And this is the team that we're talking about will take anybody out of their way. They need somebody to go down in terms of them to emerge out onto the top 16.
And now looks like Bosco, one of the teams that really needs the points as well. ESG as well. All these couple of teams, they really need the points, but still have nothing to lose on the other side. Ideal is running around trying to find good cover here. Suprolan prepping up the smoke grenade. Well, he will need that because now they're out in the open. Bomburu is knocked down there, but again, the last tick of hell looks like Suprolan will not be able to make it now. Suprolan, one of the star players for ESG. Now, together with Bravo, they will need to hang on to their positioning points. It is still 15 teams here, ladies and gentlemen. So it's not going to be easy to hang on to this, especially if you're out in the open like this. You need to have your utilities ready here. And looks like Ideal will be taken out by Saint, and possibly the Extreme Hearts have only 2 team members left.
It's never gonna be easy for these players. You're right about that. ESG have to change a vehicle. It will explode very soon. They cannot rely on that Dacia anymore. Lucky don't they have to cross their path with Bosco Way, who happens to just gatekeep their entrance there. Nobody is actually in the circle for those that are staying on the southern side, except for Steelheart and Last Ichon. But R managed to squeeze himself straight smack into the middle by that road there, taking the vehicle on the road tour. While impunity is also waiting in the middle. Last survivor is still Haas, if I'm not mistaken, just around there behind Papa R as well. Expert MY is still doing the same, whatever footsteps that Papa R have to offer. We're looking at Last Survivor going against, if I'm not mistaken, that's Dingos.
Yeah, there could be dingoes there, but now moving over to Expert MY, looks like they are playing it safe as well. They still maintain 4 team members on their side, and they're gonna camp this out for now. And EVOS VIP, finally, they make a little bit of a move there. He-Hawks, they get a couple of damages there from the side of EVOS VIP. At the same time, now we look at the dingoes here with 3 team members left. Now they're trying to find a good position to be. Dingoes, I'd say they're in the top 8, so they're pretty comfortable now to move on to the grand finals. But then again, it's all about the pride and all about climbing as high as possible in the first page of the top 8 because it means extra moolah. There you go, Chichu.
Yeah, I missed that word, but jumping back into Exodus with the micro Uzi, but then they stuck in the middle of the way they place themselves there because we're looking at Dingoes and Papa in between. There's also lost survivor. Axis are they regretting their footsteps here because apparently they stuck themselves in a very tough spot. There's no way out unless you know the back will be the sea. It's freezing out there. Nobody wants to dip their toes in the sea just yet.
Well, unless you're H2O, though. Just saying. But then again, last survivor, they have eyes on the side of Axis and PX on the other side. So they're going to just keep an eye on Axis. Axis, another team that needs those points on the board. The Dingoes, though, they can consider to swim and come to the other side. But then again, if they do that, they'll be spotted out by Axis and PX. So either way, it's not going to be easy for them. If they swim to the opposite side, it's the blue zone. So well, the Dingoes not in the
Oh,
best position
please. Oh,
possible.
there you go. I'm
Ah,
so glad of this circle. It's a little bit on
lucky.
the northern side of creatures. Thank you, Circle, for being kind to most of the players. But down on the southern side, good luck getting into that circle. You can see how crowded they are for the teams already pushed themselves in. And those who are trying to go into the same direction, which have no other direction to go through. Southern side, outer circle, good luck, have fun. Make sure you stay alive to the last minute.
Yeah, hopefully they can do it. We're still at 14 teams, fifth circle though. It's still a decent amount of teams left here at this point. Expert MY is coming in closely to the three teams that we saw earlier. So Dingoes now, they need to sort of decide how they want to make that move there. Should they make that move first or later? But looks like moving over to Drax, does see Ziggs behind the tree. Oh, looks like it will be a close quarters combat between Drax here and a couple of team members from Survivor. And now Drax now managed to wait a little bit there, but 10% left. And Drax have been knocked down. Fredo will continue on the revive onto Manpara. Jumper is bleeding out as well. Manpara need to quickly heal up because the blue zone is has closed in on the Jumper. Will be finished out. Manpara will be sacrificed to the blue zone. Fredo is the only one left. And now NSP will need to tank the blue zone. Not going to be easy for his team because the blue zone now is the fifth zone. It's fairly painful.
Yep, that's quite true. And look at how fast the take of a health is. And he needs to use his mecha as soon as possible. Need to up for his boosting as well. Once you max up that boost, that regen kind of help you a lot with whatever it takes there for him to survive. Fredo, on the other hand, got himself quite a number of utilities. He's really stocked up, ready for the last game he had. Because he's the only player left for his team now. Fredo, can he clutch this one out with so many teams, 14 teams in a very small circle? We're talking about almost among the smaller circle. Fifth phase circle is not forgiving for the blue zone, and even in the open space of the safe circle, not safe enough. But he got himself caught down to Proman. Not a Superman today, just a normal person. ESG have taken down one of their team members there. Not doing great. ESG need that firing power mode. And Fredo still getting one more.
Wow.
Goodness me, this guy is unstoppable. But just now it was taken by another team. The kill steal away with an explosion. Still hot, Lorenzo. He needs to budge. He needs to get off this building. Look at the Blues closing in already.
Just look at the movement by Fredo. One side he was looking, and then the other moment, like he just switches over. That quick reaction by Fredo is just amazing play.
I
And
know.
being the only team member left for Yudu Gang, it's a lot of pressure under him to hang on to positioning points as well as getting those kills on the board at the same time. Yeah, although they don't really need it to qualify the next round, but then again, of course, placing themselves higher and higher will give them a lot more money in terms of the league standings. And now Axis MPX just came into the compound without a vehicle here. And now Painkillers will be popped out, but we have eyes on the side of Axis MPX, and now there are multiple angles as Six trying to get a different angle. Chick will move in, and Axis MPX is going tactical play here.
Oh, is it tactical enough? X is MPX. Infinity Rectified taking one down on Expert, and why they are on the rampage there when it comes to killing people. They have 7 or 5 to 7 kills on the side of Expert, and why now will be denied a advancement to the last circle because Tricks taking everybody from behind. They have no clue where the shot's coming up. Look in the wrong direction. And will place himself at 11th place. And Bapa just hopping away after getting that free kills.
And now free kills there. Very good indeed. Bapa are still hanging on to 3 team members though. And now looks like the airdrop is trolling everyone in the middle of the fight between a lot of teams. But taking a lot of damage immediately. Uses the first aid kit and still maintain 3 team members there. And now just look at this. Impunity is still hanging on. Now they are in top 10 though. EVOS VIP as well. They need this points. Axis and these are a couple of teams that they really needs the points. Axis and PX, right? EVOS, VIP, Jaeger on the other side managed to knock down one team member of Bosco, and now looks like Kuza managed to knock down Rectify. Everyone's killing each other from multiple angles here.
And which EVO's VIP are trying to gatekeep this one. Like you said, the points really matter. Every single point matters a lot. EVO's VIP because I managed to take down Jaeger already not with that explosion just now. Kuza has been doing excellent when it comes to tapping that one out in long subject. Try to spray whatever left of impunity effects running around on his toes. And it seems like he's trying to avoid every single bullet that's showering down on him. Team Noriko will be close by the blue very soon. There's EVOS VIP in between. There's also Impunity already knocked down. Geek fan, we're looking at across that map unharmed. We're down to 8 teams only, but still going in for both QA now. This is multiple angle wars and multiple directions coming for EVOS VIP, nitpicking every single team possible in all the directions they have.
And now Kuza looks like he have angles on multiple teams here. This is a good position for EVOS VIP. And now Jaeger looks like he's been pinned down though by Kuza, but in front of the old Bosco, we do see a Palex there. And Brada will be sacrificed to the play zone. And now Bosco, they are down to 1 team member. The Mozart looks like he is still in the blue zone, will be taken out by it. And yes, it's a confirmation on the kill feed that Mozart will be taken by the play zone. Now Kuza trying to find a different angle. He is slightly just at the edge of the circle though. Just need to move a little bit more. But any little movement will be found out by other teams. Now Stuart 9K have Jazz in the house. The Molotov is still burning and Jazz cannot make that move.
The last time I saw Team Noriko had is like 7 kills on their feet, and Sonus will try to just get the points push up more than that and want to secure themselves very comfortably on the standings so they don't have that much pressure. Bapa managed to take down Geek on that side. Axis have to butt in. Appy took down on Trix Nini, the captain of Bapa, and now can return back to 6. Axis Appy again for 6, and Trix already down and away, cleaned out by Axis there. They keep on gaining for the kills. Bapa already been wiped out by the 6th placement, and Axis is resetting themselves and ready to take for another round.
Axis now still maintaining 4 team members and is now down to the top 5. Axis in a good position so far with a terrain that's fairly okay for them. They do have utility on the side which they will destroy. And now Cruiser now tries to find the backstab on the side. Impunity, but then Cruiser! Oh my goodness, that solo rush in did not work out for him. Jaeger is alert enough to knock out Kuza, and now unfortunately Kuza will be sent back to the lobby. Vax now will apply his bandage, and they will be now down to the top 5 that we will see these teams fight out on. Heiko is the last team member for EVOS VIP.
The thing is, what Kuza did just now, kind of reckless. He didn't wait Heiko to back him up. He just straight go head on 2v1 at a point, maybe even 3v1. What was he thinking? That was really pretty reckless move, I must say. I cannot hold my thought for a moment. And Team Noriko see will get charged by Heiko next. Heiko, even though he's his single man going for a solo ranger, he's not afraid to take up more challenges coming up for any side. His opponent's trying to get the smoke stabs going on for the pixel shot, but didn't connect or landed any of the bullets yet.
Team O now the circle now is really oh my goodness, the circle is just so challenging for everybody. No one is in the circle yet though. A couple of teams, they are knocking on the door into the circle, but Impunity, they're still hanging on to this, but they are pretty low right now. And Thomas, there's eyes on the side of Impunity. They are just behind the stove. Heiko is on the other side as well, but no attention given onto the side of Heiko. And now, looks like Heiko will be taken out by Oman from another angle. Oh my goodness, there goes EVOS VIP bowing out at 5th place. Oman now trying to find a different angle. He does see Insomnus in the house. It was Cindy. Impunity. They'll have the smoke to cover them for now, but the smoke will be blown away really soon. They need to find a way out of this.
Axis is unstoppable right now. This team's going in a killing spree. The same goes for Team No Recall. They keep on just sandwiching impunity on two sides. Team No Recall, their Axis, will actually try to take out impunity here, but apparently Oman tried to take out Sin B. He kind of sends a Sin B jump down. That kind of reveals his position way too much just now. At the same time, Geek Fam staying out from this fight here, making sure they are in the circle.
Yep, and looks like Oman. Oh, looks like the Molotov on the Oman. He can't proceed right. Oh, Jaeger getting a knock off to Sinbi. And now Impunity is still hanging it on. They could go for the rush into the side of Insomnus as well as Sinbi. Sinbi now is being knocked down. Jaeger as well as Vex now representing. But then again, the blue circle. Oh no! Oh my goodness, that was a 50-50 there. Oman managed to get a knockdown on Jaeger, but then again, Vax managed to knock back on Oman. The revenge comes on there now. Epi versus close quarters, but then again, life of Jaeger is just too short. Life of Vax is just too short, and Epi can kill off. Oh man, that was so close, really. Now they bow at top 3. Now it is now down to top 2. Geek Fam versus Axis MPX.
Just not Team No Recall. I think he got up finished by the plays and really Thomas was the last survivor. The damn rude panic clutches one out. He wants a kill for he need to rack himself quite a number of kills, making sure he's one of the best fragger in Malaysia. Now there goes the spray. Pre-fires already hit but not connecting so far. And now we're looking at Axis trying with the micro Uzi, hoping that he will get the shots. Axis really low. Game back, having this one solid. Great call sitting out for that last war, waiting for Axis. MPX running out of the economy, and that's Geek Fam finally landing themselves one chicken dinner today, or even this week.
Finally, first chicken dinner for Geek Fam on week 3. Technically, they got the rubber chicken dinner.
No, that didn't
but then again, wow, this is the real chicken dinner, ladies and gentlemen, for Geek Fam. Congratulations to them. Well deserved fight. They hang it on for so long. They were really patient against EWOS VIP, and when it comes down to the final few circles, they know how to take a fight. They know when to take a fight, and Damroot is back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, Geek Fam, to the PMPL.
It's a different man this time. It's not Miramar. Now it's down to the very cold one. The very hot Miramar is the candy that they got themselves their chicken dinner just now. But before that, did you notice how many kill number for the feeder? I do notice Team Noriko and Expert and Y were really racking the kills up. They are among one of the most highest kill volume when it comes to the third phase. If I'm not mistaken, got themselves 7 kills or 5 kills in total. I think it was 7. But Geek Fam, did you see how smart they make the move just now? Making sure they're quietly sitting there, not make a move until needed. They are being patient. They know it's not just about killing game. It's also mainly this game, the basics all solely about survivability. Can you survive till the very last end? Can you survive and